Well, fellas, I guess Payback wasn't that bad of a pay-per-view.
Nah, every title changed hands.
Yeah, Lou, I guess you were right. Wasn't a throwaway pay-per-view.
Welcome to TFS Pod, otherwise known as the Few Show Podcast, the #1 show on YouTube and in your heart. Get out of here, girlfriend. Anyway, and take that, Bogey. This is 24/7 Lou, and that's...
It's Ric-Hard, and don't get it twisted, SummerSlam was not a throwaway either.
And that's...
The one-man band. And no, I didn't get my title back.
Yeah, the champ is here. The champ is here.
Be quiet. Be quiet, Lou. I've never seen somebody retain on a draw.
Hey,
this is for
pinfalls or submissions.
Oh my gosh. Every single person who made picks got a win. And there were 4 people who made picks. So this was essentially the NXT Fatal 4-Way finish.
Yes,
but if everybody got 1 point.
Oh,
serious.
Yeah. All right. So keep us up to date. What's going on with the scoreboard, Ric-Hard?
Yeah. All right. So with the updated scoreboard now, it's score stands. Weighted scoreboard stands at. No one talks about the unweighted scoreboard, even though I'm still in the lead there. But weighted scoreboard stands at 6 for Lou, 5 for me and one man band, 2 for JFEW now.
Yeah, he's participating, but he's not allowed on the show.
And 1 for everybody else.
Yeah.
No. Wait, no. Bogey's at 0. Yeah,
yes.
We don't count. We don't count that. We don't count that. That's right.
Because we know he's listening. So Bogey's at 0.
Oh man, burn.
Minute 1:59. just saying. Anyway, yeah. So okay. So that's the scoreboard we have, and now let's talk about the aftermath of Payback. What do you have there, Ric-Hard?
All right. So Payback. Fun fact: they added 2 matches after we recorded, which me and Lou did put picks in, but because other people didn't participate, Lou decided we weren't gonna count that to the scoreboard. Fun fact, though, I would have gotten the win overall, the decisive win, because I was the only one that said Riot Squad would win over Iconics.
Yeah, I picked Iconics.
Yeah, how wrong you were, but alas, we don't count. We don't count that for some reason.
One man band wasn't available to make his own pick with us. Not, we would
very convenient.
No, also too, it wasn't part of the recording. So if we're gonna stick to this rule of as of recording, your picks are locked in. Yeah, they're locked in. If anything else that we have in our private chat,
I just find it interesting that since we added that rule, it's only been to your favor.
I don't get it. What's wrong? I don't get it. What's your point? That's all
right. Okay. All right.
I sense a little bit of bias.
Bias for the champ? Of course not.
How interesting that the minute Lou introduces this new rule, he's suddenly in the lead.
Maintaining the lead. You mean maintaining
the lead? Okay.
Man. I sense treachery's afoot.
Regardless, the scoreboard, that's where the scoreboard stands. We saw Riot Squad get a win over the Iconics. Big E had a match with Sheamus that he got a win over on. Keith Lee scored a win over Orton.
Surprising.
In his match. Surprise to everyone.
Now, I gotta interject in this one. I thought after this match, I'm like, what are you doing? You're burying Orton. You gave us all this fierce and evil, mean and head-kicking Orton to lose to a new guy that just came up. Nothing against Keith Lee. I like Keith Lee. But that's why I picked Orton to win it. But look what happened. But in the aftermath, we get the redemption.
The aftermath helped Orton save face, I guess.
Yes.
Let's see what else happened. So Apollo Crews finally lost the U.S. title.
Yeah.
Not surprising.
To Bobby Lashley. We all kind of saw that one coming.
Yeah.
And Roman Reigns pulled a Brock Lesnar Money in the Bank 2019 and just joined the match last minute by signing a contract and going, yeah, I'm in this match now.
Yeah. Come on.
And after probably the least...
Wait a minute. Is that similar to someone making their picks after the show's been recorded?
Yeah, it's coming in, trying to ruin it for everybody else.
Yep.
And claim the victory, even though they had a late entry. Yeah, that's the perfect analogy. But we don't abide by that booking.
Nope.
So that's why certain people didn't get a point at SummerSlam.
By the way, we will be having a book out soon. Ric-Hard and I will be booking 101.
Booking 101. Damn right.
How to book your shows. I will write one sentence, and he will write the whole book.
Yes. Lou can't write more than one sentence for Booking 101 because he's busy writing another book called How to Create Rules to Win in a Prediction Contest.
Alrighty then.
But with the main event, you had Strowman and The Fiend do the often not seen often, but we've seen it quite a few times now. The superplex that demolishes the ring spot, and it didn't feel quite the same. It didn't quite feel quite the same without a live audience.
Yeah, and
not the main event, but probably one of the more creatively booked matches was actually the women's tag match between Baszler and Jax versus Bayley and Sasha. That was a very interesting finish. Baszler essentially took on Sasha and Bayley at the end and made Bayley tap out in a Kirifuda clutch, but used Sasha's arm to make it happen.
Has it ever happened before? A double submission by one person?
Well, Sasha didn't tap out, but we've seen finishes like that, but with both members of the team doing a submission move on
one person. I've seen that.
Yeah, we've seen that, and we've seen it where they're both doing a submission on like both opponents, and then they both tap out roughly at the same time.
Oh, okay.
Maybe that too, but never one person doing it on two people, and then the legal person taps out. Mm-hmm. I don't think we've seen that before. So that was very unique. And
using Sasha's arm.
Yeah. That was very unique. Yeah. And Payback was definitely surprisingly good. Not a throwaway.
No, I thought it was going to be.
So let's talk about the follow-up to that real quick. So you had Randy Orton attend the HBK School of No Selling Punts. Where he took a punt in the back, came out there to fight Orton during his match, and then took another punt.
Oh yeah.
So that was interesting between McIntyre and Orton. Mm-hmm. You had Aleister Black cost Kevin Owens his chance at the main event, number one contenders triple threat. Aleister Black is apparently gonna be he's looking like Solid Snake kind of with that with that bandana covering his eye. I wonder how long they're gonna go with that before his eye mysteriously heals. And on SmackDown side, you had Bayley and Sasha finally implode today.
Yep. Today, Friday. As we record.
Today, yes.
Yeah, that was crazy. That ending right there. So
the execution left me wondering what they were going for, because it starts off with Bayley. They're on the apron. Bayley's pretending to help Sasha out, and she kicks Sasha in the head, right? And then they're going around the outside of the ring, and Bayley's hitting her head against the steps and stuff. And I said, because she's working the head. Then out of nowhere, Bayley just starts attacking the injured leg, and I'm like, okay, she's aiming for the leg. I would have thought that was the way to go, also. Mm-hmm. And then as she's gonna do the spot with the chair wrapped around the ankle, Sasha kicks out of that like tries to get away from that, and then Bayley turns it into attacking her again, and then does the spot on the neck.
Yeah.
So she worked 3 body parts in the turn, and it made no sense. And by the way, no one tries to save Sasha Banks, but if Sasha Banks comes back seeking revenge, for some reason, everyone will go and try to talk her out of doing the same thing to Bayley, probably.
Yeah, what's up with that? Every time we see a fight, no, break it up. The refs come out, a whole army of refs come out.
Break it up. When the face is about to do it, no, don't do it. But when the heel does it, it's like I don't want to get involved.
Let him go for it.
Let him go.
And also, too, I want to comment about what happened on SmackDown. Though I saw a shot there where the ref was doing so much more work than the EMTs, and I'm like, man, being a WWE ref has got to be a tough job. You got to be in the ring, outside of the ring. You got to do a lot of stuff. Wow, you got security guard too. So that's just my take on that.
Oh well, my take is, where are they getting these EMTs from? Because my gosh, some of them were looking real good, and I'm just like, whoa. Oh, okay. Do I gotta get attacked backstage? Sign me up.
All right, and then what do we have in the main event for Payback?
Okay, so no, you mean for SmackDown?
Oh yeah, sorry, SmackDown.
So here we go. You had Roman Reigns you had Paul Heyman deliver one of the most intense whisper promos in the opener.
Yeah.
Or as Luke calls it, 20, what was it, 21 minutes before the first bell?
Yes. Talking 20 minutes before the first bell rings.
No, not just talking. A backstage skit, too.
Oh, God. Yeah.
This entire night, the commercial break, backstage skit, then a match.
What's my new nickname, Ric-Hard?
Timekeeper Lou.
There you go.
Hashtag Timekeeper Lou. That's
Folks,
right.
if you want to play along, just watch every single Raw or SmackDown and just count how long it takes for a match to start. 1 minute, 2 minutes, 5 minutes, 20 minutes for a match to start. Just watch and enjoy. I know some booker will say, shut up, man. We're just trying to set up a table and set up everything for the rest of the show. I say, no, fight. I want to see a fight.
All right. So, in typical WWE fashion, you had a Fatal 4-Way announced where Big E, Matt Riddle, Baron Corbin, and Sheamus are in a Fatal 4-Way to determine number 1 contenders. Who wins the match, you wonder? Could it have been Big E, who's getting a singles push? Could it have been Matt Riddle, who also was getting a singles push? Could they swerve us all and have Roman Reigns fight a heel in Sheamus or Baron Corbin? No. Who won? An Uso.
Which one? Jimmy or Jay?
Oh, Jay.
That one.
I think, yeah, that one. And I just remember watching that and going like, seriously? What has he done to earn that? I honestly think Vince was approached backstage, and they said, well, all right, now that Reigns is finally the mega heel that we think he should have been the entire time, we need to find a new babyface to really get behind and give a push to the main event to challenge him. And Vince was like, well, who else is in the Rock's family that we could shove down everybody's throats?
Lord.
And then they were like, well, we only got his relatives, the Uso and Tamina Snuka. They're like, get me an Uso.
Right?
The world's not ready for Tamina Snuka to be WWE champion.
I don't think they're ready, period.
So, yeah, that was what happened on SmackDown.
And one last thing. There was, I'm sure there's a reason Jimmy's not on screen, and that's fine. But I would have laughed because they did this segment. Reigns is walking back there with Paul Heyman. He gets stopped by Jey Uso. They start talking, and then he's like, "I'll talk to you later." He walks away, right? And I said it would be hilarious if they show another segment backstage where he gets approached by Jimmy, and Reigns is just like, "Didn't we talk like 5 minutes ago?"
that would be cool. That would be pretty cool.
But all in all, yeah, that was SmackDown, and WWE is just I don't get it. I don't get why they can't just have the people in the match win. You know, you had a fatal 4-way. You had, by the way, in typical fashion, the people in the match in the NXT fatal 4-way, nobody got points for that, even though we had a point on the line, because they ended up with a draw finish. The only and me and Lou were debating whether or not we should do half points since it was a draw and one of our picks made it. But then we decided, no, we'll give one-man band the benefit of no points being awarded because there wasn't a decisive winner. But, yeah, very, very unfortunate that people in matches aren't winning matches.
Well, I have one last question for you, Ric-Hard. In setting up for our next segment that's coming up.
Oh, boy.
Who do you think won the Wednesday Night Wars?
I'm going to say, in typical booking fashion, TBD.
Yeah,